Good morning. So I got all this wood cut up. Buddy Andy helped me. We cranked it out on a weekend. So all these beams are for the main project, but I'm realizing that's pretty ambitious. So we also cut some extra just regular 6x6s to make a smaller carving pavilion. Well, that is the main project, is a pavilion. The second one is a smaller pavilion to carve under. And seeing I only have weekends to work on it, figured a smaller 6x6 would be, or like 12x12. Anyways, it's a smaller one. That'll be simpler. And so because of this, I owe Andy a favor. And so he lives by a river and they have quite a few blue herons over there, I believe. And this is what we got cooking here. Got another eagle project I'm working on. Gotta wrap that up soon. So I think I'll have one, a little baby, and then gonna have another one flying and banking. It'll make more sense in a little bit. But yeah, let's get after it. All right, got some good progress going on here. Baby, one big bird, two big bird. All right, so I think this is a pretty clever tip. So I'm adding this on. The grain runs through this way. That way the head's a lot stronger, the beak. There is cross grain here along this joint, but there's a lot more mass here than if the grain were running through the beak. So, and also the log just wasn't wide enough. So this is how you escape that cylindrical form. And I'll be adding legs on as well. I'll show you how I do that. But this joint is pretty tight already, but we're gonna get it even better. So what I did was I screwed this board in and then I ran screws up into here. And you can't just run screws straight through because then you can't cut or you're gonna hit those screws. So this way the screws are running up this way and I'll be able to just snake in there, cut right along the line. And then what that does is mirrors on both sides very closely. Then you could maybe clean it up with an angle grinder a little bit, but most of the time for chainsaw carving, it's pretty amazing how tight you can get that. So yeah, that's that, and I gotta get going pretty soon. I think next weekend I'll tackle this again and hopefully we can get some stain on it and finished up. All right. Okay, I lied. I tried meshing it. It didn't work out the best. So then I just went along, eyed it up and flattened it up. by feathering it with the blade. So just on its side, and you keep going along, and then you can do it perpendicular to that, and then come back. And because the edge of the bar is nice and straight, you know, that works out pretty good. You can see there is a curve, so if you're running it this way, you could end up with a bit of a bow. And so by laying it flat, going like that, towards the end, going like that, back and forth, you can get it nice and flat. So at least that's how I did this. You may think of something more clever, and I guess if you do, leave it in the comments. Well, it's Wisconsin in October, and that's all right. We're still outside, and it is good to be outside. So weekend 2, gonna get back after it. Get some texture going. I got some drawings I have done. I like to draw a little bit before I start texturing. Refreshes my mind. And you can see right here. I just like to do multiples. They don't have to be perfect, but just quick enough that you can get a good sense of depth changes in the wood. I like to shade, and I like to draw more than one picture. I just go on Google. I draw a couple pictures because everywhere's different. Then you get a good sense of what's the average. And then it's fresh in your mind. Take note of key features and then get after it. And I'll be working into some smaller saws. We've got an electric saw. And then I like to use chisels. I'll try and touch on that a little bit. So yeah, I'll set up a time lapse. I'm gonna have to make a little cover for this, and then we'll get going. All right, so I'm pretty happy. Got pretty much all the texturing done. So now I'm going to put the eyes in. I already started chiseling and cleaning up the beaks. This is a nice look, very tight, crisp. So what I used to do this is die grinders, and I've honed out the end of the rotary tools. So you're able to rock it around and it'll burnish the eyeball in. Kind of hardens it too. It's pretty nice. So that is the process I'll be using. And we'll get those in here. And I think from there we'll be good to go. I think hit it with a light burn. Just get the burrs off, then flap sander it. And I think some airbrushing and oil. All right, let's get to it. Alrighty. Got this. Getting ready to hit it with the Flappo tack, commonly known as a sandal flex. And get all the loose burrs off. I'll probably blow it off and then time for paint. I'm just gonna do two-tone with this. I like that the best. Then owners can just hit it again with oil and don't have to worry about masking or airbrushing or anything like that. So that just kind of highlights dark areas. Add some shadow. It's all right, that's what's next. Got Andy here.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for the carving. I love it.
Absolutely. Good delivery. Got it off the truck without breaking it, so successful day. Guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I think I have like 31 subscribers right now, which is pretty awesome. It's kind of comical at the same time. I'm this excited, but I really appreciate you guys watching. If you want to see me carve something specifically, I mean, I got some fresh white pine logs here ready to go, so leave a comment or whatever. I don't know. I guess you have to leave a comment. Okay, that's gonna sound stupid. Whatever, I'm leaving it in. Okay, thanks for watching. All right, that's it for today. Don't forget to dislike and unsubscribe.